ability to query like specifics for objects to do bulk modification. So if I want to change a time series across everything that's or a time period across everything that uses this time period, I have to go and find everything that uses that time period and then do each one individually. The bulk modification tool doesn't give me any ability to define what the bulk group is.
All right. Corey, you getting that?
I am.
Is it making sense to you?
Yeah, well, what do you mean by time period?
So time period would be in the case of like managed downtime. So if we have maintenance windows and our maintenance windows on all of these hosts or services is changing, like I need to go out and find all of those time periods and then change them individually. Or a current thing that we're doing is because we're changing how we handle repeated notifications is I need to go out and find all of my notification intervals that are set to a specific value. I have no way of going out and pulling down all of them that have that value set.
Interesting. I don't think a single one of us would have thought of that use case in here on our own. Liliana. Oh.
We use a lot of time periods as well.
Okay.
That is another thing that I wanted to talk about with you guys, but he explained well. You cannot do those kind of modifications in the bulk modifications tool.
Okay.
Other thing is, I don't remember very well, but I had an issue, well, it's not an issue, like a limitation 2 weeks ago when I was trying to do a bulk modification, but on a different host. The specific directive that I wanted to modify, it wasn't in the list, so I had to do it manually in all of the hosts. But when I remember that specific directive, I let Ryan know to pass it to you.
Okay.
So not all the directives that are in the host or service definition can be modified in the bulk modification tool.
Huh.
And that
I
tool
suppose
is
that's-
very
yeah.
useful, specifically for clients that have a lot of hosts and services.
Uh-huh. Yeah?
That will be very helpful.
Yeah.
To have the same stuff, the same directive that have the service or host definition that you can modify by bulk.
Fantastic. I like it. All right. Back in the corner, next to Mike. What do you got? What do you got? Go ahead.
No, I'm a tech sales, so I'm here to hear what is the main problems that people find, because then I have a team in home at NE. They usually have complaints about it. Actually, knowing that I was coming to this session, I asked them to write a few questions for me so I could forward it to you guys. But I don't have them with me right now. I hope to look forward to share with one of you after.
All right. Fantastic.
Thank you for the opportunity to talk.
You're welcome. All right. Well, that's pretty light so far. Sure you're not holding back? You don't have some fireworks? You got it all ready, loaded? Cool. I think University of Wisconsin's got more to say.
Get them, Blair.
One of the things is that to keep uptime and availability, we keep a cold spare of our Nagios configuration with monitoring engine off, and there is not a good way to automate the import of a backup or to to do it where we can just take a backup from the production and then programmatically trigger the import of that backup on our backup server.
Right.
So we're currently going through like a large copy script to get everything moved over, which is not necessarily the prettiest thing that we've ever done.
Yeah, I can imagine. Keith has got something to say. Caleb, can you hook Keith up?
Oh, okay. I'd actually like to talk to you after the session. Right now, we've got a script which is kind of a prototype for essentially emulating the normal migration process for migrating between operating systems and systems. And we'd like to kind of test a little bit more, but ideally what we'd like to do with it is we'd like to create something where we can do that, where we can create a script which will regularly replicate the data between the two systems. Right now, this script is just to kind of break apart the different aspects of a migration, migrate the data, but eventually we'd like to include something like rsync to kind of move some of that data over. So we're exploring it. Like I said, I'd like to talk to you after the session to see if we can set you up with a copy of the script and have you test it.
And I will, yeah, like full HA would be, of course, the dream, and we don't have that yet.
I should also know that this is something we just kind of prototype, and this is we're trying it out a little bit. But I can let you
Interested to see how you solve the problem.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. They are writing me for work. You were talking about the database, how to migrate the database data from one server to another one, something like that. Full system migration. Because I'm going to have to do probably that in this month. We're going to build new servers for prod and test, and I will need to migrate all what I have right now in the actual prod to the new ones. I know if I do a system backup, I know the configs are there, and I can just grab the file and put it in the other ones. But I'm not sure I can find that information if the database it will be migrated as well. Is that?
Makes sense. So I probably want to talk to you as well about this. So you're working with the support team on the migration process right now?
No.
Okay. I would actually recommend talk to Andy Freed. So currently, right now, our migration process is a little bit clumsy. It's a backup and restore process. So you basically back up your old system and then restore the new system. And then we've got a couple of scripts that handle the differences between different operating system versions. You know, for example, the enterprise Linux, they use different users. They don't do Ubuntu for like patching things like that. So we've got a couple of scripts as a part of that backup and restore process that will take care of those differences in scripts. MariaDB is also MariaDB versus MySQL is one of those other kind of problematic points. The script that I'm talking about might be helpful for you. When we've been working with customers, one of the criteria that we have for kind of testing this with customers is we need to make sure that the environment is virtualized so that your target system, if something does go wrong, can easily basically revert it back to the installed version. But I'd like to talk to you then as well with him after the session.
All right. Thank you.
Awesome.
You said you have another one?
Yeah, when I remember.
All right. Oh yeah. The well is deeper in Madison, I think. I think you got more.
Our Linux admins have gotten a little testy about the upgrade process in Nagios, particularly when we did the upgrade to R24 R11. I think that was the one that broke, like if the package failed, it broke the dependencies install. So now they are going to, now they want to check all dependencies on the install to make sure that it doesn't brick on a failed install.
Now that is rant worthy right there. I tell you, that is the best rant we've had so far. You could have
Unfortunately-
said it with more force, though. I'm telling you.
Unfortunately, they aren't here to actually do the rant. So
Right.
since I wasn't directly the one involved with the pain, I can't actively like be as ranty as they
Yeah.
probably would like to be.
Absolutely. So Keith was moving his chair towards the door because Keith is the one who has appointed himself to deal with that. So your Linux team is absolutely correct. That should not have happened, and it should not be difficult at all. We have a huge opportunity to clean up how we do both installs and upgrades, and that is where we are going to put a bunch of attention right off the bat, mostly with Keith. Keith is a great systems guy. We don't dare put Keith on front end, so it's perfect that he's working on this. So absolutely, you are correct. That was terrible, and we're going to do better.
I want to talk to you again after this.
All right.
Cool.
And to be clear, they've all heard me venting about this. They're sick of me.
Right. So this is, so developer ranting at a developer, that's actually my job. That's what I do every day. So yeah. All right, somebody else, bring some fire. Come on now. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Now, don't be polite, Liliana. Really let it rip.
So I find that Nagios XI, that I told you earlier in this week, that I love it. I like the fact that you can modify the configs just in the user interface with clicks and all that. But I also find that it has its limitations. One of them is not having the ability, as other reports in Nagios XI, to just click and download whatever you are seeing in the report. I found that we cannot download the host or service list or whatever configuration is in them. We just have to build something from the API or getting into the database manually, because there's nothing that you can go click and simple give me the list.
Right. Yeah. Justin, you're nodding. Do you want to speak to that?
I reach out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Thank you.
Question on that.
Go.
Are you talking about like the host and service details or the configurations themselves? Both. Okay.
I mean, if I can have something to see, okay, all of these hosts or host groups have defined all of these service checks, and probably another one for the configuration, so I don't have to go into the database to see a list of, for example, I want to see all services that have event handlers, for example. I can list them. I don't have to go one by one and click on them and see if they have event handlers or not.
Sure. Got it.
Thank you.
So is this like a data export you want in CSV, XML, some kind of format where you, like a report builder, show
Yeah,
me?
as other reports in Excel has a button to download the reports.
Yeah, so it's not technically how we would classify a report. Like when we classify a report, it's like, here's a graph of downtime, or you're talking about
Or the
a more general report about give me an export that matches criteria, right?
Yeah,
Something like
probably. That would be nice to have.
Do you also want an export of data that you see like in a bar chart in a report? Do you want that export?
That would be great too, to do the analytics of that. Yeah. We have that report, so I think in the event log,
Yeah.
that you can download all the log. That is helpful.
Yep, and we do have, on the list of things that are super exciting coming up, one of those has to do with better handling of time series data and what we can do in addition to RRDs, given that we know that RRDs just destroy granularity And it's great that they save us space, but space is getting cheaper and cheaper. And so we're taking a look at ways we can better take especially the time series data, the monitoring data, the things that we would chart and graph, and then get that more available to do higher level analysis and graphing with.
Maybe what is required is almost like a developer, like so we in syntax interfaces was you can see like the API information for your witnesses somewhere, where it's like here's the advanced reporting options, and it's like if you want performance data, if you want alert history data, etc. from the classical reports, here's the API you get. Like for the charts that we produce in UI, we're hitting those same APIs, right? Where we expose the APIs to people who want to export the data in whatever system. And then also at the same time, an easy way to expose the configuration, which I think I'll call it configurations of the recordings. It's a little, I don't want configuration data. We just allow it to be exported in CSV format, XML, whatever, just a couple of standard formats. We expose, we say, here's all this stuff. By default, and you can filter it. You can say, show me only things that have notifications enabled or that are a part of a particular host group or that are of whatever. And we just filter it. And so we would expose that API to advanced end users who want to export that data. And then we also could use that on the front end stuff that we do. We're using the same API.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll take, Corey, you're on that, right?
I have notes.
All right. Sweet. I kind of thought that Sam Napier would be here, because like if he were, like, is he in another room? Ay. Man, we'd have had like 4 rants. So, yeah. What else? Well, now, and we got more. All right. You're just getting warmed up. All right.
I just keep on remembering more things. Why on earth is not all the configuration exposed via the API? So I built a tool. So I ranted to Corey about this yesterday about inheritance, but I can't get that information from the API because the use keys for objects is not exposed via the API.
Well,
The idea we came up with there, A, to just expose more via the API, I think that's good. That's what we should do. B, is to have some sort of visualization that will let you just map how all of the hosts flow into other hosts, like connected with lines. I don't know if flowchart's the right word, but have a family tree of hosts and services.
Interesting. I like it. I definitely. This is sparking some ideas from Ann Arbor. Come on. All right. I'll take it.
So we dumped everything to we don't use your log server because we were using Nagios or Splunk before we got Nagios.
I'd never heard of them.
But we dumped this part of the SQL database and the log files, and that way I get to go in and I get to give my customers want to see their configs sometimes, so I give it to them through a report in Splunk. So I was wondering, could you do that in your log server then?
There's absolutely no reason we couldn't. I just think we hadn't, and our API should expose more. Our API should be better, no question. But I think that's a really interesting idea.
And I've used it to correlate all the things using the same configs before. It's like, all right, let's see what else using this, because I could get it from the log server.
Interesting. Do you have log server?
No.
Oh!
Not yet.
Wow. There you go. All right.
That's on our security team, so.
Belarus. All right. So, when is the last time they evaluated? Because, all right, here's a rant that I have that we have just solved, right? Which was the security conversation around log server and how old and unpatched some of that was. But now with the new log server, it's all right there. So have you checked out the new log server with your security team?
No.
Oh!
That's completely on their end of things. They do all the procurement and everything. It's just
Right. All right.
check on Nagios to go and get surface a certain log. Because while security is doing all the log monitoring and reporting, if an application team just wants to know, hey, if this shows up in the logs, we need to know about it because something's going wrong.
Well, that sounds like log server to me.
I know it sounds like a
Right.
server, but I don't want to manage a whole other log server.
Oh, it's simple. It's easy. It's like you wake up, you have some coffee, your logs work. I mean, it's that easy. So yeah, well, I mean, and that's so absolutely. You need that information. Logs are a completely different critter. They just are.
Yeah.
And so, in that conversation, absolutely get on that. What do you need? Like 16 demos from Mikey? I mean, what do you need?
Quick question for you on the Windows boxes.
No, there are some yes, some no.
Well, so the ones that are yes, much to my dismay.
Much to my dismay, NCPA has a whole section of its API dedicated to searching the logs. So you can, in Windows, excuse me. But not in Linux. Yeah. It really hates it. So that'll take care of your Windows servers, but yeah, for the Linux servers, we'll probably need to get you something.
Why can't Linux servers scan logs, Blake? Because we haven't yet. All right, cool. Yeah, so that's possible. That's one way we could get a little bit of that functionality in. All right, sweet. I like it. I think we've broken the ice, right? We're flowing now. Are we there? We could be. All right, we got that. I mean, that's the countdown clock. We have 2 minutes, 50 seconds left. All right. Well, if there isn't anything, I mean, we could meditate silently for 2.5 minutes. That's possible. Or I could just say thank you very much for coming and for sharing and letting us know what you're looking for and how we can do better in this format. I super appreciate your feedback. I think for me, this conference has been fantastic because there's nothing like face-to-face interaction with you in order for us to understand what you really want and what you really need and be able to deliver that to you. So thank you for coming here. Thank you for having the courage to share what it is that is slowing you down and grinding your gears. And awesome. Thank you.
You just watched a presentation from the 2025 Nagios World Conference. If you'd like to learn more about future conferences, go to nagios.com/conference. So many things happen here in person, and we would love it if you visited our headquarters in St. Paul, Minnesota. While you're on our channel, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? So much Nagios content is constantly being created. Thanks for watching.